You weren't given an easy start for a reason. That's not motivation talk. That's pattern recognition. Some people come into life smooth. Everything lines up early: support, direction, stability. And some people don't. They get pressure early, confusion early, loss early. Carl Jung touched this in his own way. The tree that would grow to heaven must send its roots to hell. That's not poetic, that's structure. Depth gets built first. If you've had a rough start, what you actually have is exposure. You've seen things earlier than most. You've had to think earlier than most. You've had to adapt without being taught how. That shapes you, whether you like it or not. Most people avoid difficulty. You didn't get that option. So now the question isn't, why was it hard? It's, what are you doing with it? Stoics were blunt about this. You don't control what happens to you. You control what you do with it. That's it. No story around it, no excuses. You either use it or you carry it. Buddhism looks at the same thing differently. Suffering isn't special. It's part of being here. Clinging to it, identifying with it, building your identity around it. That's where people stay stuck. You're not what happened to you. You're what you keep feeding. If you keep feeding resentment, you grow that. If you start feeding discipline, awareness, direction, that grows instead. Hermetic thought cuts it even cleaner. As within, so without. If your inner world is chaos, your outer world will reflect it. If your inner world becomes ordered, focused, intentional, your life starts to follow. Not instantly, but it does follow. So the bad start isn't the problem. Staying there is. There's a point where what happened stops being the reason and starts being the excuse. That's where most people stall, because it's easier to point backwards than it is to build forwards. But the ones who actually move, they take what they were given and refine it. Pressure turns into discipline. Confusion turns into clarity. Isolation turns into independence. It doesn't happen fast, but it compounds. Not because it got lucky. Because over time, what's solid separates from what isn't. You don't rise because life was fair. You rise because you kept working with what you had, quietly, consistently, without needing it to look good while it was happening. So if your start was rough, good. That means you've already been tested. Now it's just a question of whether you're going to stay where it puts you, or use it to move past it. Because one way or another it's shaping you. The only choice you have is in which direction.